So guess what? Andrew Stanton, the director of John Carter 2, spilled the beans on the sequel's plot called Gods of Mars, and get this, Stanton had a whole trilogy in mind. John Carter's story is like the tale of a blockbuster that never quite made it. Director Andrew Stanton's big dream of launching a cool sci-fi franchise took a hit when the movie hit theaters on March 9, 2012. Despite high expectations, the film fell short both in box office numbers and critical reviews. It managed to rake in $284 million worldwide, but with a hefty rumored production budget of $300 million, it was deemed a letdown. Sadly, the hopes of turning it into a thrilling new sci-fi series came crashing down. Fans who loved the movie were left scratching their heads, wondering what went wrong, while others simply dismissed it as just another failed attempt at a Hollywood moneymaker.
You have no right to challenge. You are not Thark. He is Thark. He is Dotar Soljat.
Dotar Soljat.
So if you missed out on the first flick or need a quick catch-up, here's the lowdown. It's between 1868 and 1881, and we've got John Carter, a Confederate Army captain played by Taylor Kitsch. Now, this guy accidentally zaps himself to Mars using a funky alien medallion he stumbled upon while running away from Union soldiers. Once on Mars, or as the locals call it, Barsoom, Carter realizes he's got some superhero vibes going on. Thanks to his earthly bone density and Mars' low gravity, he's got some serious physical perks. And just when you think it can't get crazier, he bumps into the Green Martians, also known as Tharks, led by the one and only Tars Tarkas, played by Willem Dafoe. Here's the scoop that Carter wasn't aware of. Things are heating up on Mars with some serious tension between different Martian groups. Our main man Carter is unknowingly in the mix, and to make matters more interesting, the Red Martian princess Dejah Thoris, played by Lynn Collins, is stuck right in the middle alongside him. But wait, it gets even more complicated. The shape-shifting Therns, led by Matai Shang, throw a curveball into the mix, sparking a deadly conflict on multiple fronts. The first movie wraps up with Carter pulling a sneaky move. He fakes his own death, outsmarts Shang, and wins an old challenge that finally frees him from being stuck on Earth, bringing him back to Mars for more adventures. As the big moment approached for John Carter's release in 2012, Stanton dropped hints here and there that he had some sequel plans up his sleeve, banking on the first movie hitting it big. But he kept things under wraps, leaving us all in suspense about what those sequels would actually be like. In a recent chat with The Wrap, Stanton spilled the beans on the plot of the scrapped sequel, Gods of Mars, and it sounds like it would have been a real roller coaster. The plan was to kick things off with a prologue, and each movie would have a different character narrating it. Willem Dafoe's character, Tars, would handle the first one. Then for the second, it was going to be Dejah's turn. She starts narrating, and it's all mysterious and captivating, but wait for it, she's actually telling the story to her baby, Carthoris, the child of Dejah Thoris and Carter. The twist? The dad, Ciarán Hinds' character, Tardos Mors, steps in and suggests she's tired, needs a break, and hands over baby duty to the grandfather. And here's where it gets crazy. Turns out it's not really Tardos Mors, it's Matai Shang in shape-shifting mode. He swipes the baby, and just like that, it's on to the opening credits. The first scene after that? Carter in a funeral suit, looking like he's 6 feet under in the desert, only to jolt awake. Talk about a mind-bender! Originally set to kick off a trilogy adapting Edgar Rice Burroughs' Barsoom books, John Carter unfortunately ended up as a one-and-done deal, and it faced some unexpected challenges that were tough to foresee during the early stages of production. One major roadblock was the ill-fated marketing campaign. While the movie was in the works, Disney's new marketing head, M.T. Carney, made the call to drop "of Mars" from the title. Stanton wasn't thrilled about it, but he didn't put up a fight. As he explained to The Wrap, "It wasn't my call. It was suggested, and I didn't fight it." Little did they know at the time, this decision was pushing the possibility of a sequel further and further away. The marketing ended up being a bit of a mess, causing confusion and making the sequel dream slip through their fingers. In July 2011, teasers, posters, and other promotional stuff started surfacing online for John Carter. Oddly enough, they didn't give credit to the big names behind the project. Not Stanton, not Burroughs, none of the heavyweights who cooked it up. Stanton, who had already directed Pixar's Finding Nemo, and Burroughs, the brain behind Tarzan, didn't get their due shout-outs in the marketing material. Even though Stanton was taking his first shot at a live-action blockbuster, his track record at Pixar should have been a confidence booster. However, when it came to marketing, Disney seemed to forget about these key details. The lackluster marketing job ended up being a major letdown, making a sequel for John Carter almost impossible. Stanton's vision for the sequel is pretty intriguing. Carter, having just awakened in the desert, casually takes off his jacket and starts strolling. Out of nowhere, like a scene from Lawrence of Arabia, a Thark on a thoat appears on the horizon. Surprise! He knows exactly who Carter is and has been on a mission to find him. This Thark, played by James Purefoy as Cantos Can, brings Carter to a camp, revealing that someone's desperately searching for him. Cantos Can urges him to return to heal someone, and as Carter heads back, you expect a heartwarming reunion, but twist alert, there's been some time lapse between the prologue and the credits. Now, Deja's vanished. She's convinced the Therns snatched their child, and she's embarked down the River Is to find him. The plot thickens, taking a Beneath the Planet of the Apes turn, as everyone descends into the Earth to uncover who's really pulling the strings on the planet. Surprise, surprise, there's a whole advanced civilization down there, silently running the show while the surface world remains oblivious. It's like a third world beneath our feet, controlling everything to keep the planet ticking. Stanton was undoubtedly the right guy for the gig, but a puzzling marketing approach, combined with the hurdles of an animation director stepping into live action, ultimately torpedoed the project he had passionately worked on. The unfortunate outcome is, we'll never witness Gods of Mars gracing the big screen, at least not under Stanton's. But now, it seems Disney is giving John Carter another shot, but this time as a reboot series for Disney+. Even though the 2012 movie was a major flop, the House of Mouse is diving into the Martian adventure again. This move is a bit surprising, especially considering Disney's recent efforts to trim content and make its streaming service profitable. Critics have previously argued that our modern understanding of Mars makes the John Carter story a tough sell. Unlike the time when Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote A Princess of Mars in 1912, we now know more about the Red Planet, making the tale less plausible. The original film's failure led to numerous theories on why it flopped, almost as many as there are scientists studying Mars itself. Now, Disney might be banking on changes in the entertainment landscape and audience preferences since 2012 to make a John Carter series more successful. Despite offering the chance to Robert Zemeckis to direct the movie, which he declined, Disney is pushing forward with a series, even though it may seem redundant, especially considering the continued success of the Star Wars franchise. It's worth noting that this decision comes amidst the backdrop of Disney's larger franchises, like Star Wars and Marvel, experiencing underwhelming performances in some series and films. As more details about Disney's plans for the John Carter series emerge, we'll keep you in the loop. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.